Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at a Lego Atlantis Polybag. It's called the Mini Sub. It's not written on here, but this has 36 pieces. The set number is 30042. This is from 2010. I've looked at, I think, just one other Atlantis set on the channel before, which was the Neptune Carrier set, and I had the opportunity to purchase this polybag. It's sealed, it's brand new, from almost 15 years ago, and I paid $8 for this. I think the price for these is like about $3, $4, $5. I paid a little bit high on it, but I really wanted it, and I'm not too bent out of shape about it because, as I said, it is from quite some time ago, and I've seen other builds for other underwater things like this in City and other themes, and I kind of wanted to see what the one looked like for Atlantis, so I decided to pick this up. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I'll speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy! Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Atlantis Polybag Mini Sub, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and then remind you to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Atlantis Polybag from 2010. This is nice. Yeah, it came together very, very fast, but there's not a ton of pieces, less than 40 pieces, but it's a decent build actually, and I do like it a great deal, so that's very cool, and we'll get into it. So the first thing we will take a look at is the minifigure, because you do get one. So we have one of the Atlantis divers. I have other ones of these that came with the Neptune Carrier. I think it's pretty similar, but I don't know if this character has a name necessarily. Do have the flippers down there. They also have their scuba diving tank sci-fi like thing. So has the kind of I think that's yellow or green translucent visor there. It's a different kind of visor that has like the extra molding up at the top, and it connects to this kind of space helmet that's actually just a deep sea diving helmet. So we can take that off. There's some good stuff. You can attach Technic pins in here or a stud in there and attach lights or different things. I think the other Atlantis that I looked at did have some of that going in there. And I think they've used this same kind of piece for this helmet or this breathing apparatus for city sets, and maybe like a darker blue or something like that. So I think it's a relatively common piece, but that's cool from back in the day. And then underneath that we can see the actual minifigure. So the face, we have pretty basic face. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of facial hair on there. It's very, very slight. They do have an alternate face, which has them looking very queasy, I want to say. Maybe it's from like bends or whatever it is when you ascend too fast when you're from the pressure change. I don't really know. Otherwise, maybe this is from encountering something else from the Atlantis theme. So we do get two faces there, no like alternate hair piece or anything like that. Looking at the torso, really, really good. Love the extra like little tubing, all the fine lines in there for like connecting to the helmet piece. So a lot of good detail there. It's just very precise, I want to say, and it's like simple. The colors are simple, but it really pops and it actually looks quite good. So I like that a lot. We do have printing on the midsection there, so we see that, and we have printing on the legs. A little bit of asymmetry here, kind of the Atlantis emblem logo type thing over there. Maybe a strap over on this side. Looks like kind of knee pads, and then down on the feet there. And looking at the back of the torso, we have even more kind of detailed back, which is similar to the front with the same kind of tubings. Some of this stuff which helps them be underwater for extended period of time. So that largely gets covered up by this, but it is detailed and looks quite good. So it's nice to be able to see that here. And this is the kind of figure that maybe they could have not done anything really on the back, because you're not going to see it. I'm glad they did. I think that kicks this up a notch in terms of the quality here. So I do really like this. No printing on the arms, but that's okay. I think this is a great figure. I don't know if it's particularly valuable. I don't know much about Atlantis, but I'm happy to get that. And then the rest of the build is this mini sub, which I just did a video about friends' water scooters, and I thought water scooters was the things that you use underwater when you're scuba diving or snorkeling or something to propel you, and not like jet skis. And then I guess I don't know what this is necessarily. If it's a mini sub, fine. I feel like submarines are totally enclosed, so this is like one of those things you can use underwater to propel you, so you don't have to swim anywhere. But it is, I guess, on some levels, a very tiny submarine, even though there's no way to go in this at all. It's some other submersible, I don't know. And this is pretty cool. It looks really good. Not a ton of pieces, but it looks really nice. So you start with the 2x2 here. We add in some clips on the front there, and we add on all of these red kind of round bricks through here, so 4 of those. Then we have a different kind of clips. So these ones up here are the clip that is like vertical, and these ones here are the clip that is horizontal. So they actually go the opposite way, and they connect to these kind of piping elements here in black that work really nicely for this. And you have it clipped like going one way and then clipped on the crossbar here, which is cool. Helps to be able to like line everything up and whatnot. So that's really good. We also attach a robot arm or a droid arm to that. So this kind of has some claws that it can use for scientific discovery, measurements, taking samples, or whatever else. It seems like it found a jewel of some kind, so we do have that there. Other side, largely the same. This arm has kind of like a flashlight or something, I would say, so we can have that kind of pivot around, and the flashlight can move. Interesting, the clear stud that's there, I don't know what the deal was, but like one of these looks very frosted and one of these is very clear. I don't know if that was just a production thing back then. Let's see if I can get it off of here now, because I think you can tell the difference there. Maybe not when they're on there. I felt like I really could tell the difference between the two of these, and I opted to use the more clear one rather than the more frosted one. And I don't know what the best way to show it is. It's just, to me, these seemed a little bit different, and I don't know if I put it on something that has a white background. I don't know how useful that is, or a black background or something like that, but it is a noticeable difference between the pieces. Now, typically this is the kind of piece that you would get an extra of in a set, so that's why there's 2 of them. So they're not supposed to be different pieces. It's just one is kind of more frosted and one is very clear. So I don't know what that's about, but that's fine there. And then on the rear, we use one of these propellers. It does spin there, and it's actually on a Technic like half pin with the stud, and then the stud goes in the back here, and we can spin that on there like that. Another droid arm here for the handlebar. up top, which is where we can connect the minifigure, and then this can kind of pull them through the waters that they are diving in, or where Atlantis is, or anything like that. And then up at the front, I thought this was really cool. We have this kind of piece. It's almost like a Mysterio head type piece, but I don't think it's technically the same. They used to use these for lots of different stuff. Underneath it is just a black round brick with a white stud on top, but this is sort of like a magnifying glass, kind of a optical thing, almost like a lens, but it's a globe, has kind of that star looking detail on the front, or that's part of the molding or whatever there, and we can stud that down. It fits over there, and it sort of works to like magnify how big the white single stud looks in there, because that is just a single stud, but when you look at it from the front, it does appear like it's kind of, you know, filling up the dome there. So that's really, really cool. I know I have other sets with those in them. They used to make like minifigure heads or round bricks with like special kind of printing that when you put it in here, you could maybe like read it easier, but without, it'd be really difficult and stuff like that. This doesn't have anything gimmicky like that, or not gimmicky, but special like that, I should say. But it does have a nice effect for kind of a headlight here, or some front extra thing that I think really, really works in this set. And happy to get another one of these kind of globe magnifying pieces there. And that's everything that's in this set. You know, because of the way that this figure has the suit on, or the helmet kind of thing with their breathing, it's not like super easy to get them out of the way, but we can kind of have something kind of like this pulling it along. It can be closer down here, but then it does interact with the kind of propeller there. It could be, you know, something like that, but they're going to kind of drag behind, and they connect like that, and that's really, really nice. I don't know if it can stand like that on its own. It appears it can, so there's nothing under, nothing holding up currently the diver, the minifigure, except the, you know, friction of the clips here and the bar elements. And then in terms of like weight, this mini sub has enough weight to like set down and be fine. Has these I think green colored studs on the bottom, which is like another extra little detail. Also acts as like landing gear. If this is set down, you cannot rotate the propeller on the back when it's down all the way, but that does give it like a little bit of a difference on the ground there, that the rest of this all seems kind of suspended a little bit. So that's very, very cool. And like I said, there are extra pieces, so I will show those. You get an extra, well, this isn't an extra. This is a piece that is from the middle of the flippers pieces, or the fins for the feet there. I don't think they do that anymore for them. So normally when I'm used to seeing flippers in modern sets, they just come already on their own. This was like connected to each other here, and then you like can twist them to pull them off or something. So get an extra of all the 1x1s, the white one, the clear one. This one happens to be more frosted than the other one, and then the green one, the black droid arm, and the half pin Technic pin there. And this set is 36 pieces, and I paid $8 for it. Yeah, I mean, $8 is a little bit high to pay for a polybag, but I've talked about this in the past. You know, I'm usually fine with overpaying for a little bit if it means I'm not paying shipping, if it means it's a retired set that is somewhat hard to find, or, you know, just not as common, and something, you know, that I want, a theme that I'm interested in. And this was a great opportunity to look at more Atlantis stuff. So I'm very okay with, and I actually maybe paid $6 for this. I'll have to double check because I did get a very tiny Atlantis box set that also I bought, and maybe that's the one I paid $8 for, and I'll talk about that in a different video because that's one that's like maybe should have been a polybag or something, but for whatever reason it was put in a box. It's this very weird moment in for this theme there. So, but all that is, if I paid $6 for this, great. If I paid $8 for this, frankly, that still feels okay to me. It looks like online people could probably buy these polybags sealed like I did for less than that. That doesn't bother me too much. Again, for a lot of retailers, maybe you can get free shipping. Other retailers, you might have to pay shipping. And I just felt like it made sense for me to get this, and I'm not too worried about it. I don't feel like I got ripped off. Part of the value has to come from, you know, age and rarity. You know, every time somebody opens one of these up, there's one fewer because they're not making them anymore. So there is some kind of premium to that, and I'm okay with it. Very happy to be able to look at more Atlantis stuff, and I think this is pretty cool. I think this is a nice kind of polybag where you get like the little build, you get the minifigure, and you know, yeah, this is only 36 pieces, but this is a substantial thing that could easily be its own little toy, could add on to other sets very easily, and it's nicely designed. It looks cool. It looks detailed. It's not like as simple as some other, you know, under 40 piece Lego set might be. So I'm really happy with that, and I'm fine with the price I paid for it. So that is very cool. Happy to been able to look at another Atlantis set, and I'm still going to keep trying to get some other ones there, so other boxed ones as well. So great, I like it. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like, and if you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including at least one more Atlantis set that's a very tiny, actually fewer pieces than this, but it's in a box. And then I'm going to try to hunt down some other ones, but then tons of other Lego themes from all different sets from all different themes, different shape, size, price point, piece count, old sets, new sets, used sets, retired sets, lots of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so it'd be amazing to get there, and I appreciate all the help. And then if you wanted to help the channel in a different way by giving money to the channel, you can do that here on YouTube with membership supers and thanks. There's a link in the description to quote-unquote buy me a coffee. There's also a link to the Patreon. All that is essentially giving money to the channel, which will all go back into procuring sets to review, improving my my editing, my thumbnails, but also like my camera setups, maybe having another camera and things like that. So if you're interested in supporting the channel in that way, there are avenues to do that. Maybe consider checking those out. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but it is very helpful, and I am grateful for people that do that. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.